I grew up in Southwest Michigan, Benton Harbor, St. Joe, Michigan area. Growing up, my mom was my kindergarten teacher. We were a very close-knit family. My dad worked at Coca-Cola from about 7 a.m. to about 4 p.m., so we got to see him for dinner and stuff like that. So both my parents were around and a huge factor in my life. Until the day they told me that they were splitting up. My parents always seemed happy together. I had no idea anything was wrong. A year earlier, my mom had left the house, told my dad that she wanted some things changed, and was going to see if he was willing to change. My dad went and took the steps that she said that she wanted him to take, and he took them, and it seemed like it was getting better. Me and my dad got into an argument about something, and I was really mad at both my parents, and I don't remember why. You know, I'm a young teenage kid being a young teenage kid, and my mom came down to say goodnight to me, and I told her I didn't want to talk to her and to get out of my room. And the next night, my parents told me that they were splitting, so my first thoughts was, this is my fault. It became official, I think, 6 months ago. My parents were officially divorced. The split happened the beginning of summer last year. The lowest moment for me was crushed. I felt like everything around me was falling. Everything I'd known, the close-knit family that had been there for me, that had helped develop who I was gone. And I really began to question who I was because of that. I didn't know where to go. You know, confusion, despair, anger, just about every bad feeling you could imagine is going through your head at one time. After a couple days, I just wanted to scream. I had no idea what to do about it. My mom went and set it up for me. She asked me if I wanted to, and I actually went and saw a counselor about it. And that was probably the best thing for me, because if I would have kept going without seeing her, I would have gone insane. How I got through it, going about my normal everyday life, not stopping. You know, just hanging out with my friends and, you know, seeing my family and still seeing my mom and dad, whether it was now separately, but, you know, and just making sure I was there for my brother and sister. That kept me going. Even in my Lutheran high school, there's another girl whose parents were getting divorced about 3 months after mine, and she asked me, you know, how I handled it, and I told her, keep going on with everyday life, love both your parents, make sure, you know, your siblings are okay, try to be there for everyone, and talk to someone, anyone that you can, about what you're going through, so you don't keep that inside and let it explode, because that wouldn't be good for you at all. My Christian faith told me that everyone makes mistakes, and that everyone sins, and that everyone, you know, has their problems. But it also taught me that God can make everything right. God forgives those sins, and that you can move on after that. And it taught me, like, almost every time I do something wrong, that God is very forgiving. And I believe the Bible passage goes, we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. I believe exactly that somehow He has a purpose for it. I don't know if I've totally seen the purpose yet. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't, but we're moving on from it. I think He's forgiven everyone for it, and I think we can all move forward.